In this video, I'll teach you how to carry a challenger game where bot lane was unplayable to the point that I could not even farm to 1v9ing the game with 10 CS per minute. So the next time you get airdropped into a challenger game, you will know exactly what to do. It's Enryu. So today we're going to be playing Nilah Nami versus Elise Draven in challenger elo. So this matchup is actually quite hard. Draven outdamages Nilah in the early game, at least early levels before level 3, right? And in challenger games, level 1 and 2 are kind of like everything. If you don't get the wave or you lose level 1 too hard, the laning is going to be unplayable until you're first back, which is usually like at least 5 minutes, right? So if we lose early, like right now, where Nami is just losing her entire HP bar, you basically already can tell that this lane is lost. Because I cannot walk up for CS, right? I have to only get EXP. They can just zone me off the wave. And if I try to walk up for EXP or even like kill the minion, the Draven will just auto me. So we can only farm under tower here. We actually have a good opportunity here because we're going to hit level 2. And I wanted to walk up, but since my Nami was not really in position with me, I didn't want to go up alone because even if they're level 1, at least Draven can still just one-shot me. I don't have barrier, all I have is cleanse. So very dangerous, I decided to not go in. However, I think if my Nami saw the opportunity, we probably could have killed them there, since the Draven was out of position. But since that didn't work out for us, we're kind of stuck in jail. You can see how I can't really walk up to farm. If I walk up even like a step, Draven's just gonna W and auto me. So it's not very good, not a good trade. It's not worth losing my entire health bar into getting dove for like 1 or 2 CS. So I decided to only get EXP and just make sure I don't die, right? This lane, or a lot of lanes, is a snowball matchup where if you die once, you can't really... Once or twice, I would say, depending on the elo. Maybe in lower elos, you can die maybe even 2 to 3 times before like laning is over. But right here, we're going to try and do something. Unfortunately, we don't have enough damage. We burn cleanse and we are forced to recall, basically. I look to stay for a little bit though, because it looks like the enemies are walking towards a fight, so I'm going to want to push this wave as soon as possible. Get as much CS as I can before my base, right? Doesn't really matter if the lane state, like it doesn't matter if they freeze, if it looks bad for us, right? Obviously having 2 minions out here, plus the next wave is going to push into them, but we just want to recall. Don't even like worry too much about the waves. In this season, if you lose waves early, it's fine as long as you don't die. We want to walk back out. We are poor, welfare, can't afford anything. It's like I have a chocolate chip cookie for lunch, right? Dagger, longsword, all good. Back at our usual spot, only getting EXP. They're zoning us, nothing we can do about that. Just wait for the wave to come in and turret. If you've been patient this far, you should just keep your patience. Don't lose your cool. And then at our turret now, we can finally start to farm. Like we're not going to get every single one because they're going to try to pressure us, but it's okay. We get like half of it, we get 60% of it, it's fine. Just don't lose your entire health bar. Nami lands a great bubble here. Unfortunately, they have too much damage. I didn't have cleanse, so can't really capitalize on that, right? We have no damage compared to them right now since they are Draven Elise. Can only farm. Nami dies here, unfortunately. And then we come back to lane. We're getting dove here, but I am level 6, so we can try to outplay that with get 1 kill. It's not even bad. Flash a Draven ult, because that would probably execute us. It's not the worst. And then our Skarner comes here to punish. Dodge the E, and then just pop W to make sure we don't die to this Draven. So, obviously, the game is still in a pretty bad spot, 5-2. Like, we're pretty, like, poor because we don't have farm. Right? But it's fine. We got 2 kills. Come back to lane. Still can't fight. Don't think that we can fight because we're 2-0. We are 50 CS. Just stay back. If you've been patient for this long, you might as well be patient for a little longer. As 2v2, we still don't win against those two because me and Nami we don't really have much synergy. And I don't have a full item yet, so just don't go in. Just don't do it. And every time I basically looked at another lane during this game, in the early game at least, it's like everyone is dying all over the place. So I just try not to look at lanes when that happens. Their Elise is caught out of position here. Mr. Cannon, all good. I don't think we end up killing them here. I don't have anything left really. And yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but we can't really do anything until my W comes back up again. Pantheon ults here. I can only go forward here. There's no point in going back. Luckily, I do get 2 kills, right? I didn't play it perfectly, but they actually like stood there for me, so 3 kills. I'm back to lane. Friend Draven flash. It's like honestly not the worst. My flash for his flash just means that next time I have ult again, I can just flash. Or sorry, I can just ult him, and then he should be dead. So, having no sums against a Nilah is much worse for you than it is for the Nilah, right? Getting flashes always worth it with the enemy carry, and then we're just gonna farm here again. Don't do anything crazy. It doesn't matter what your top side is doing. You just have to focus on yourself. Like we are really just recovering here, right? After that horrible early game, we are now 4-1, and we're catching up in CS slowly but surely. Because we are getting stronger, we can't really get zoned as hard anymore, so just chill. Raven notes here, I don't know why. I guess he just wanted to clear the wave, so I'm just gonna go in here and just like bait them, right? Raven knows something is up, so he left really fast. Or at least gets caught. Should be dead here. And that's not bad. Afterwards, we go mid here to kind of just cover the lane. I saw something in chat that stun locked me. Like I legit got stun locked. I don't even know why. Like I actually don't know why my Nami said that. Because Artilia literally just came down to help us, but it's cool. So our Skarner gets caught here. I do have Volt, I have Collector, right? I'm quite strong. We could try to fight here because we have numbers technically, right? 3v4. Even if we're like weaker, we still have numbers. And I end up getting a lot of gold here, which is very important for the game. It's like when Nilah has items, like 3-4 items, it's really easy to carry games like this, where the enemies are basically like full dive, right? Because they have to walk into me. I don't need to worry about like getting one shot by like a Syndra ult or like, like anything else. It's really easy to play. So once I have 3-4 items, the game is like in my hands basically. So me getting those kills, very important. And right here, our teammates are still dying, but it's fine. I mean, I don't think it could get worse than that early game. And top laner is my friend, happens. Sometimes you get tilted, it's whatever. I got him this game though, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, cleanse the Pantheon stun. Luckily Silas misses that ult, otherwise I think I would be instantly dead. Kinda got lucky here for this double kill. Because like I was literally 1 HP. Like Pantheon, if he like landed one more auto, I was dead for sure. So it's really lucky. But that's a lot of gold, right? So what I have to do now is just to keep farming. Just don't die, right? As long as I don't die, I can make sure that we're in this game. But if I die once, it hurts my tempo so bad that like maybe I'll get my next item 1 to 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes later. That's really bad for the game. But like if I can ensure that I get my items as soon as possible, I can actually always carry fights. When there's nothing to do on the side lanes, go back mid, make sure your mid turret is up, right? The fact that we were losing this hard and our mid turret is still up is really good because we have this area that we can just hover without worrying about getting like killed because we have a turret, right? So it's like chill. We don't really have to do anything besides stay under this turret unless like the enemies make a mistake, which they have been making mistakes this game, which is why I have 9 kills. If they were playing perfectly, I should be like 0-10 this game, right? That's why you have to be patient. You have to just not do anything crazy. Just do your job. Obviously, it won't work every game. Some games you can be like playing perfect and still lose. That's okay. What you have to do is just kind of just keep improving and just stay consistent. And then you'll climb. So right here we're pushing mid. The enemies look like they're trying to make a play, so we're gonna hover the top side. Try to stay away from danger. If anything, like I'm okay with my teammates dying if I don't die, because my teammates already died a lot, and they don't really have like a, I don't know, they're not really in like the mindset to 1v9. But I have 9 kills, so I should be more careful. Mid turret is dead here. Our teammates are dead, or at least our Skarner is, and I just have to get out. There's like no way to fight this. You have to cut your losses. I'm just gonna recall here. And then I'm looking towards bot farm or like, anywhere they can get gold. You kind of just have to look at. Aaliyah's probably dead here. And that's fine. Just know that as long as your Nexus doesn't explode, you're still in the game. They made it so that even Nexus turrets respawn now, so it's like no excuse, right? If you're 9 kills, 9-1, your champion is playable in the game. Or if you just want to try, you might as well just play it out. And then looking at the Raptors here, I need a little bit of gold for my shield bow, so I'm just going to farm everything I can on the map. You know, if I finish with this wave, my jungler is dead, or, you know, he's not farming everything. Like, don't do this when your jungler is a carry, or like if he's doing really well, right? If he's fed. But if your jungler is like a tank and you are a carry, like you need to carry this game, you can actually just take their camps. You know, some of them don't like this, but you have to do what you have to do, right? And then since Set has a 1000 gold bounty, if he dies once, or if I get the kill on the Set, it's like a guarantee win. So here I'm just farming for shield bow. We're not going to fight any objectives until I am fed, or I am like kind of just strong enough. And then Set actually runs into us here for some reason. I'm going to chase him down here. We'll catch up eventually. He ults Talia back, but it doesn't really matter. He's still dead. As long as he has like one shot Talia. Okay. And I got the kill. So that's 1000 gold. I'm gonna farm a bit more because they are on drag. I am allowed to get this this one wave right here. Don't waste any gold. And just recall. And as usual, farming my jungler's camps if he's not doing them. Jungler is dead. That's completely fine. They can't do Baron because it's not up. And, you know, teammates, 3 votes yes. We're gonna hit no here because we're 10-1. I think, like, normally in these game states, it's always winnable if your champion is actually like decent, right? And my champion this game is pretty good into them. And I'm gonna walk to the bot fight here because I think it's more important. I can't defend the tower by myself anyways. Played that a little bad, but all good. And then Pantheon should be dead too. I don't mind giving the kill to Gnar here. Like, I need gold, but Gnar getting gold is not bad either because Gnar does well into the champs too. And I need like another person to kind of like carry with me, right? Or at least like do something with me. So then we just keep farming here. Just keep going. Top fight is too far away. No need to go there. We're just gonna do our own thing, right? If we're already bot lane, we're committed. Let's just take this turret, take the wave, and then we'll have Death Stance, right? Looking at our gold, we're just gonna play for our own power spike. And the good thing is they actually won the top fight there because, you know, the enemies were outnumbered. The enemies have been making a lot of mistakes this game. Like, they really shouldn't be losing this game. Or like at least like allowing us to have a comeback chance. So they're playing really bad. Regardless, we have Death Stance now. Pretty much immortal because we have Shield Bow Death Stance into almost full AD team comp. So it's like honestly very, very winnable. But ideally, if I can get another item, I would, because IE is like the kind of like the final damage spike for me. So it would be nice. We're just not going to rush things because we have been patient all game long. And then you can see like we recovered our CS deficit, and I'm pretty sure we're like pretty ahead of the curve. So 11-1 and 1 assist. We're just going to take it easy. Always stay aware of the map. Don't do anything crazy unless you see like an opportunity to do so. But always play off the enemy mistakes if they have been making mistakes all game long. And you know, because they are solo queue players, they will always make mistakes. Draven's walking up here. He walks up a little bit too far. Honestly, like, I don't feel like we can lose this fight because I don't think they have enough burst to kill me through Shield Bow and Death Stance. Aaliyah goes in a little bit too deep here and she dies, but it's fine. It's like a even trade, technically, like her for the Draven, I guess. And then we can just hit the Baron since 3 of them are dead. Alright, so we end up getting the Baron here. The enemies are still here for some reason. They're trying to contest 2v4, I don't know why. Set nearly one-shots me in Skarner. I feel like he would have if like he was just a little bit stronger, but like I've definitely seen sets like just one-shot an entire ADC's HP bar, so I had a little bit of PTSD there, but luckily we didn't die. And as usual, just taxing my jungler. I think at this point my jungler just knows. If I walk towards the camp, just consider it already gone, like it doesn't exist, all good. Pretend the enemy jungler counter jungled it or something. And we're just gonna try and fight here because we have Baron, and the objective is spawning soon, right? Hextech Dragon. Always good to fight when you have the advantage before the objective. Like during the objective, things can get chaotic, so always fight in like a position where it's favored for you. You know, some team comps, it's favored for you if you fight the objective, right? Like the positioning right here where like the enemies are in the pit or something. But yeah, it just depends on the game. And since we are already like almost guaranteed, I wouldn't say like we're guaranteed to win, but I would really like to buy Infinity Edge to guarantee the win. And ideally, since I have Flash, I don't really want to go for any plays and just lose my Flash for free. So I'm going to walk with my teammates here. And then once we're done with whatever we're doing here, I'm going to try and get an Infinity Edge base. And then we should be able to just like close out the game. The teammates want to take the bot tier 2 here. And I'm just going to hit the Krugs. I need gold. And just going to recall here. Defend our base against the set, as well as finish my Infinity Edge. So I have 700 gold right now, the bounty, but just like pretend it doesn't exist, because I'm gonna be honest, if I die once, the game is over. So just like don't even like worry about it. Just don't die in general. There are gonna be a lot of games like this where, as an AC, if you die once, you just lose, and the only way you prevent it, just don't die. I hate to say it, but that's how the role is. Don't ask me, just ask Riot, blame them. And this happens to be one of those games. Side is kind of caught here. Nami can kind of just slow him forever, like with bubbles and her E, so we're gonna catch up. Always pay attention to the enemy position though, because like they're kind of running our base down, but since we have Baron, it doesn't really matter. We can just recall really quickly. And at this point in the game, if we lose inhibitor, it doesn't matter. We're fighting again. I'm just gonna try and get onto Draven, even though I probably shouldn't burn my flash like this. It was kind of a panic flash. I should have just been more patient, because even if Skarner dies and we kill like 2-3 people, it's more worth it for us. So if I were to do that again, I would not flash. Like I hesitated to, but I did it anyways. So their Elise is dead here, and we get to run down their base, but keep in mind that like it's only their Elise that's like their weakest member. Don't like all die here, or else you'll just lose the game, right? Just like evaluate the situation. If you can't get anything more, just recall. Like don't get greedy. So we recalled, and now we're back again. This set is like pretty out of position, and then Pantheon I see on the side as well. So I just dash into him. Pantheon dead, set should be dead as well. So now 2 people are dead on the enemy team for 60 seconds, and it's like the usual dilemma where like, oh, should we just end the game? Like should we try to end the game or do like the double objectives for free? And usually I would say like you should always do the double objectives, but if your teammates choose to do one thing, you should just follow them. Otherwise like it's really bad. Like you should make a decision as a team this late into the game. So I'm just gonna follow. I honestly think like it looks like after this inhib we should probably back off, since we don't really have like a way to dive them and we have no wave. But our Gnar pulls through here, lands a great ult, and we can kill 2 people here. And then suddenly like all we have to do is just wait for next wave and we can probably just end the game. So yeah, that's like pretty much it. As long as you keep like a decent mental, you just do what you're supposed to do as an AC, farm. You know, this applies to other champions as well, not just Nilah. Just farm, don't die, and there's like a pretty high chance you'll actually end up winning the game off enemy mistakes. So yeah, all that's left is just closing out this game. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.